Hey, folks. Good afternoon. I don't know whether you had a chance to watch that Sunday afternoon game between the Steelers and New England with the disastrous ending. Put me right over the edge. I'm a big Steeler fan. I was born in Pittsburgh and really just disgusted with this management. I've always been critical of Tomlin and his doofus sidekick there, Todd Haley, but this put me right over the edge. I got to tell you, these two idiots, they do not know what they're doing. They're completely lost over there on the sidelines. I don't know whether you've observed them during the game. They're just out of it. They don't have a clue. There's no emotion. No sensitivity to what's going on out on the field, and apparently have no interest in altering what it is that they're doing. These two clowns are not interested in winning, and that was obvious from Sunday's game. They're only interested in appeasement. And here's my case in point. There were two previous drives in the fourth quarter prior to this last drive where they just completely gave up. These two drives, the Steelers had the ball with the lead, very confident coming into these two drives, but apparently someone decided to play it safe. They went to their ground game, which I can only assume was out of fear. Really, what, their receivers were not to be trusted with the ball? So they gave it to the ground game. Okay, well, the ground game was unsuccessful. They look cold, they look lost, and that's, of course, was where New England was at their best, was at the ground game and ground defense. Duh. This went on for 3/4 of the game. Steelers controlled the air. Roethlisberger was on. Okay, but they went to the ground game out of fear. They were cold, they were lost. It almost looked like the Republicans trying to overturn Obamacare. Really, it was a joke. I panicked as soon as I saw this going on. And of course, there was nothing from the sidelines to direct these players and to direct the game. They were just content with it. Oh, hey, 3 up, 3 down, essentially. Let's move on. Give it back to New England. Wrong, okay? Both drives ended with nothing, okay, because they were afraid to stay with the aggressive winning strategy that had gotten them to that point in the game, period. They just let go. Well, quite frankly, these are not the problems of the players. This is where management comes in. This is a management problem. Management didn't even see it. Because, quite frankly, they were directing it from the sideline. They were directing this ground game. Like, oh, we're just going to play out the clock. Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can do all that all day long, against, I don't know, the Colts, I don't know. Give me the Houston. But the Patriots? Really? I couldn't believe it, just watching this, that these idiots were allowing the team to just stand out there, hand the ball off, and run it. So the point of this is a management problem. Management's responsibility to pick up on this and see what's going on and to not allow it to continue. Well, Tomlin was asleep. That's all I can tell you. Under these conditions, that's when Brady and Belichick are their most dangerous. They saw it. It's like blood in the water, They'll skin you alive under these conditions. So essentially, the Steelers conceded 2 important drives to the Patriots in the fourth quarter, gave up the lead, only to lose the game on the last drive. Okay? Tomlin's a loser. Haley's nothing but a joke. Tomlin likes to have people around him like Haley. All right, makes him feel important, I guess. Just have dummies around you. Nobody spoke up. Nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. There was no panic over there on the sidelines. They were comfortable. They were ahead. We're going to win this. Really. Okay, well, let's keep in mind who Tomlin backed, during the election. It was Hillary Clinton, another loser. So let's call it what it is, all right? Let's save the politically correct discussions for later. It's time to get tough. And what did we do? We blew it. It's time to drop the dead weight off the team. The dead weight is management. I don't know what the Roonies are doing up there, sitting up in their box, looking down. And unfortunately, Shazier was up there as well. He was probably, I was going to say tearing his hair out, but he doesn't have any hair left. But really, he must have been just going absolutely crazy during those last two drives. The Steelers were just dead meat, dead in the water, could not get out of their own way. This is management's fault, folks. Let's call it what it is. No one else. We need a team of professionals in there to back up and support the professionals on the field. There is so much talent on that team, it isn't funny. And yet, when it came to these last two quarters, significant quarters, they dropped the ball significantly. What a waste of talent and people's money and everything else. This is Tomlin and Haley need to go. Hey, that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but hey, quite frankly, rarely am I wrong, especially in this regard. I've seen it all year. They're content with winning a game in the last few seconds with a field goal. Fine. You're not going to get past the Patriots doing that. Thank you.